Now that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has won the congressional primary in New York's 14th district, people are taking her a lot more seriously, which means she's gonna get a lot more smears. Now, some of those smears are coming from the right wing, and the most recent example features a man by the name of John Cardillo. He is a host of Newsmax America Talks Live, and he apparently showed a picture or shared a picture of Ocasio-Cortez's childhood home on Twitter and made all sorts of assumptions about her and even the school that she went to. So let's take a quick look at the tweet that he shared. And again, it shows a picture of her childhood home, and he says, "This is the Yorktown Heights, very nice area, home Ocasio-Cortez grew up in before going off to Ivy League Brown University, a far cry from the Bronx hood upbringing she's selling." Well, no, you got a lot of things wrong. And so, look, back in the day, you have some pretty weak people on the left who just kind of let those attacks stand. But not with Ocasio-Cortez, and I love the way that she responded to him. So let's go to her response on Twitter. She says, "Hey John, 1, I didn't go to Brown or the Ivy League. I went to BU, Boston University. Try Google. 2, it is nice. Growing up, it was a good town for working people. My mom scrubbed toilets so I could live here, and I grew up seeing how the zip code one is born in determines much of their opportunity." And then her third point goes as follows. She says, "Your attempt to strip me of my family, my story, my home, and my identity is exemplary of how scared you are of the power of all 4 of those things."
Damn, get it. Okay, we said that in unison, that was fun. Okay, so now, but did Alexandria hide that fact though, and now revealed by the right wing? No, she said it in a lot of the interviews we did with her way before the election. In fact, Emma Vigeland of Rebel Headquarters went and interviewed her and spent a day with her. And in this April 3rd, 2018, obviously several months before the election video, she explains exactly where she came from. So watch.
Kind of between 2 worlds. I grew up half in the Bronx. My dad had a business here. I was born in this neighborhood. But then I also grew up half a little bit more upstate as well, because when I was a young kid, my mom saw the state of public schools in the Bronx, and we couldn't afford private school. We couldn't really afford tuition anywhere else. So my whole family had kind of chipped in for a tiny little house upstate, and I went to public school about 40 minutes north of here.
She's told that in almost all the interviews that we did with her at the Young Turks for months and months before the election. Why? She says, look, we got to do better for the Bronx so that people don't have to go 40 minutes away, so that they don't have to, kill themselves to afford a tiny little home somewhere else to get a good education.
Right.
Why don't we bring the good education to the Bronx? She never hid that. She was absolutely clear. It's actually one of the reasons she won. But the right wing, they don't have an off button on smear.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. And look, she came at him strong, and she corrected him, and he had to correct, the record on his Twitter account, which is good. So he says, "I stand corrected," but then he still pushed this notion that she lived in like a fancy house, and that she didn't really have the kind of childhood that she described. No, she had the kind of childhood she described. I mean, do you want her living out on the streets her entire life to prove her point? I love that she's hitting back, and she's doing so in a powerful, strong way. All the power to her. Let's go get them.
2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. 1 is hit the subscribe button down below. Then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.